Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to SIGNALIS. Previously, we got the first fake ending of the game, and now we're off to complete the final area and get all the various endings. So, interesting place we got here. I stand by what I said. I did bring my gun with me, because I have so much ammo. I suspect we're in the end game. I'm not even sure if there's any more guns left in the game. I should really try to use that, Can I still unlock these? 204512. Deja vu? I know I've been here before. Okay. Alright, I basically used up all the ammo that was in my gun there. Took some damage, but I don't really care. I have like 20 or 30 healing items. This one I might have to care about because I only got one round. Yeah, I should have maybe took the grenade launcher. We will be right back. Hello. Wait till they line up. Thank you. This thing can actually miss. It's not strong enough to kill that one. But it doesn't really matter. So we can at least go through here. That's my health? It's still pretty good. You've changed. Have I now? No, don't you touch me. It's like everything was taken apart and put back together by someone who doesn't understand how it works. I have become whole again. I wear no mask. And I hate everything. Perhaps this is hell. And now, Rotfront. That's a nice chapter entrance. Oh, we have a map. That's good. Whoa. That's the room from the, start of the game. Okay, we'll come back and mess with this later. There's an enemy there. There was a locked room there. And a few other rooms we can go over there. At first I thought this was a safe room, but I guess it isn't. No, just a computer here. Submachine gun. Your acquisition request for a Type 84 submachine gun was successfully processed. Okay, so there is more weapons. I was like, maybe the grenade launcher is like the top tier. Burst fire. 8mm. The locksmith said it would take at least a period until the replacement key is done. My niece currently has the only other key, but she's still in the hospital right now. I remember this name. Be careful. To the block of Sector C, there are rumors that there is an Imperial spy active in your area. The Protector Special Operations Unit has been dispatched from Aeon headquarters on Haymat to investigate and should arrive within 6 to 12 cycles. Needless to say, should they be successful, this will not reflect well on your record. You know what to do. Seasonal review. As every season, your performance will be subject to review by local command soon. Remember that this review will determine if you will be marked for replacement. Bookstore keys. I understand you need entry to the bookstore for your patrol, but we do not have a spare key for the front door. However, you can use the back entrance to get into the store. It's secured with a keypad. The code is the birthday of my daughters. They're born of Vanilla check. The last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. Kind regards, Ito. No. Okay, taking these files. Looks like an item to use. Looks like we'll be able to bring a disk in here later. Don't copy that floppy. Is that what we got on this? 30 out of 15. Got a repair patch. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Just consume it. Get my inventory full and free. I do have some Thermite. I am going to kill some things in the room downstairs. Kind of want to test the submachine gun. Yeah, so looking at the map, there's a lot of stuff going on in that hallway. I do want to clear it out. Let's see if I can Thermite both. No, I didn't catch the other one. I do think that you can stack Thermite them. But, I didn't quite get it to work last time. I mean, I did get it to work last time. I think I did. Because I never saw the other one revive under it, even if I didn't see a burning thing, but I'm not sure. But yes, that hallway's clear, so we don't need to worry. Whoa! This hallway's not clear. I'm gonna get myself another gun. So I don't know if I will be back here. I just brought my stun rod. Getting shells will be useful. Shotgun shells. I have lost stun rods, I'm just using them now. Look, here's another one. Okay, there's a ladder here. Take note of that, we'll come back to it. There's a room, even though it looks clear. I don't see the square flooring. The trapdoor spider ones, as I call them, usually are only in like the square flooring tile rooms. So I think we're good. Huh. Looks like there's a playing card embedded in the paint of the painting. The painting layer is too thick to remove the cover without dissolving the paint first. Okay, I know what I gotta do. I'm running pretty light, but my inventory's already full. I'm just gonna scout it. Okay, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of killing. I'm gonna go get my flare gun. You're gonna burn, alright. I like how you can, like, shove them. You see, I was purposely taking hits there because they had a shield. Man, this flare gun's nice. Please just die and burn up already. Okay, that's blocked off. This is open. Ooh, I need a flashlight for this room. I probably should just keep the flashlight permanently in my inventory at all times. This room is somewhat nasty. I'm not sure if we need to commit to anything. There is a table in the middle. Monfest celebrations cancelled over safety concerns. The seasonal Monfest celebration, a young but well-established tradition, most broadfront sectors will not be allowed to take place until further notice, the Protector Public Office has announced today. There is a credible threat to public safety that is currently under Protector investigation. Citizens are only to leave home for work and report all suspicious activities to their block warden. When pressed about the rumors of an Imperial spy living in Sector C, the Protector Public Office only repeated their appeal to citizens report all suspicious activity to a Protector. Valve. I have to take that one out. Get this stuff. It's technically a profit. Unlocks for the wait a minute. Oh. Do I want to kill you then? No. I could avoid you easily enough if I come back here. Before I go back to, like, sort my inventory out, I'm gonna check. Okay, I did get the valve. Let me see what this area looks like. I still have the flare gun. I plan to, like, use it to clear some, like, hallways out. This room sucks. This room doesn't have much, but I only have one inventory slot. Luckily, the other thing in my inventory was, revolver ammo. Okay, it's disinfection room. We'll go back there later. Let's check out the southern door. See if there's any corpses I need to burn up for an easier path through areas. Yeah, there is. Hopefully this hits you. It did. I believe we have one more shot. You're all gonna burn, alright. Okay. Good. This area's nice and clean, because these are relatively tight hallways. You can kind of dive through there, but there's some dicey spots right here. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go organize my inventory and start exploring these new zones. I'm gonna use this disc here. What is this? Due to the power rationing, only a limited number of antennas in the grid are powered at a time. Determine which antennas are currently powered, use the antenna program and triangulate. Whoa. Weird. It's kind of scary in a weird way. Then we gotta adjust the other one. I see how this works. I mean, these are just static, though. We need something like a little more sound-like. God, it's like a really retro horror game. 43? What? Would I even accomplish doing this? Well, I'm not really sure what I'd do with that yet. It was kind of creeping me out, though. Please do not wake up. I am not going to be able to get beyond you. Shoot! Shoot her! God, there's enemies everywhere. Can I? Yeah. That one's locked. No! Don't go for the door. Go through. This is what happens when you get an item too close to a door. I was very determined to get that item though once like I committed. Ironically, I'm gonna consume it now. Oh great. Oh great. Stun rod. No, that should be pretty useful. There was quite a bit back here, actually. Oh, hold up. The, radio, maybe? The girl without doubt is remarkably odd, solely due to her being raised solely by her mother, rather than by a community of good people overseen by a block warden as normal these days. Her obsession with paintings, music, and other such nonsense was clearly implanted during her time living in the mountains on a desolate radio outpost. Wait, remember there was a radio outpost in one of the, first-person zones. And surely her friendship with those Venetan-born Ito sisters also exposed her to some of the questionable literature that's illegally sold in their parents' bookstore. She does not seem to understand that these distractions are no longer acceptable now, and that she must partake in the society of our nation like anyone else. Personally, I can only hope military service will beat those frivolous ideas out of her in a way that this school has failed to do so far. Is that a speaker puzzle? Let's hold up. Yeah! Smart! At least it's opened. That unlocked from the side, I guess, huh? And that one unlocks from another other side. Okay. I see, what might go down. So it's fine we don't really need to kill anyone else on this area, because the enemies spawn towards the bottom, and you only need access to the top doors. So we're done here. I can go back to my box and start dropping off stuff again. Okay, store key. Star. Photo store. Tarot card. Okay, so let's actually see what this area is like here, the bottom right of the map. I'll actually show you, so you have an idea of like what's going down. Okay, we saw a note earlier that mentioned something about birthdays. For that door. Unlocks from the other side. Unlocks from the other side. Interesting. Bottom left one down there unlocks from the other side too. So the only way we can go is top right now. I do have the store key and I have some Fermine in case I want to like clear something out, let's say that. And I have some flares back in my inventory back there I can run back and get if it looks like this could be like a heavily visited area. Scary. Oh yeah, I need that for the painting. Do I like full health? Inventory's full. I'm just gonna use it. No, this area's... Oh. So if we go down... Yeah. I'm actually gonna go back and use this on the painting, clear out some inventory space. That way we don't get trapped down there with like... Here's a key item that you need to get out of here, but you have no inventory! Okay. Another card. Lover's card. I see a trend here. Alright, we're dropping down. See if I can get this to highlight. Oh no. A lot of healing items. Let's ignore them for now, keep our inventory a little light. Million starvers Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Kites, ration shipments to Veneta have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Yusan citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Kites orbit critically damaged one of our humanitarian convoys, I doubt it, on their way to Veneta, setting diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The orbit of Kites will continue to block free travel between Veneta, Rotfront, and Haymat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our liberation troops of Veneta stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Yo, remember? The ocean, the beach. Convoys will continue to be sent despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Veneta. Tower card. Oh, that's a thief. Is there just like a backdrop of like a major war? And there's like gestalts with replicas. Well, replicas. There's a lot of layers. I'll take that. How's inventory looking? One slot. Gotta make it count. Well, we know there's ammo there. And we'll be back here. What's the next one? 100. I saw 100 there. Let's say we're out of ammo. Till I get the stun prod. $148. I'm not too worried about the damage. There's healing items in the next room. Okay. We had to really use, like, what was here on the ground, but we managed to survive. Managed to avoid drowning. Shotgun rounds. So those enemies were all dispatched. So this area is pretty clear to float around. Locked door. There's a weird silhouette on the wall to my left of me. Open door. Okay. Also, we're out of flares and thermite. So, we do not have the luxury of clearing out a zone permanently anymore. Scary. Oh, thank God. I'll take that key, thank you. Inventory is pretty empty. I'm gonna see what's in this room first. Next one, next one. Give me another one. One 13. One more. 127. It's better to do it in the menu because they won't switch this frequency on you. There's never enemy on my right. They were just peacefully there. Beautification. Orbital defense cannon battery. Artillery division of the People's Army. Whoa, there's more than one. Whoa, this whole place is a death trap. I need to come in here with big guns. But I did see where it led. Okay, it kind of led to a different area. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies. I'm not gonna have the luxury of clearing them out permanently anymore. So if I attack anyone, it's gotta be it's just gonna be like temporarily. Still in blue. Stun prod might be very useful. It's basically a 3 down. And then revolver, some machine gun. I might save in case there's a boss, because it's pretty devastating. But rifle's pretty good too. I mean, I haven't used it, but it seems to be like one of the more rarer of the ammos. Shotgun's very consistent. Revolver is pretty good. Do revolver right now. What is in... Oh my God. Every room is full of enemies. I'll try my best to... That's closed. We can kind of snoop around. Service room. Where is here? We unlocked something. Oh, thank God. Shortcut. That would have been a nice hallway to, permanently remove some things. But there's a pole in the middle and it helps with the, dodging. A matrix code scanner. I can't spawn in here. Yeah, that key. The store key worked here. Okay, what we got? Nice, they definitely want us to use that submachine gun. Filter fluid? Don't mind if I do. Oh. People's Army. 5th and Infantry Division, Unit 12. Anna, Alina Seal. Lilith Ito. Huh. God, a lot of enemies here. I'm not going to be too worried about the enemies on the right. Oh. For my right there. Nitro rounds for the big rifle. Bioresonance technology's limitations. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Would we ever be able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of the replicas? Essential technologies like climaforming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonance technology. Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now, as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomena. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a gestalt host to replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is a duplicate imperfect? What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Creating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we've become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back where we were under the Empire. Interesting. Randolia. Huh. Oh. A-E-O-N. Clever, clever. And accidentally, let's get that letter. Whoa, interesting. Picked up the moon. Inventory is really limited, as in, like, it's full right now. So I'm gonna go to town on everyone out there with this stun rod. Hi. You want to go next? Ow. Alpha's doing alright. Hey, look, I got inventory space. Let me see if we can clear this area out and never have to come back here again. I will grab these healing items and just outright use them. Just chug them down. Take that ammo. This is unique key item, I'll take that. I will be back for the ammo here. Oh. Huh. I see where we are now. No, I can't get the items from the butterfly room anymore. There's flesh there now. Oh, we can't have that. I just want to say, like, you're not going to see, like, some of this stuff after this, but I did reload, so you get the stuff in here. Oh, you can get more than one in a single stun. I thought it was like a single target thing. Wow, I've been conserved a lot of ammo this entire time. Huh. Oh, you just come on this in your inventory. Photograph. Hey, wait a minute. Hello. So you know things are gonna get nasty in here. I do have a grenade launcher. What? What? Oh no, we're going back. And I'm gonna thermite them. Did I have to thermite them? No. But I was upset that they somehow survived that first grenade launcher. The red eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotfront related to pareidolia, the tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or layers in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called red eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of the Rotfront's planet. Yet for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became a symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Haymat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking watchful eye observing their every move will still resonate strongly with the people here. During the celebration of Monfest at the end of each season, adult citizens still sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the revolution, but the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is this just pareidolia too? If you ever receive one of these red eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. Huh. Anyway, we unlocked a little bit of a shortcut. So we do have another disc. Not that. This. Do you have another program? Medibank. Download them all. We'll read them here. Medical history. Wow. Born in Rotfront. Patients forgetful of our medication. Everyone seems to have quite a bit of things going on here. Factory worker. That react well to antibiotics. A lot of distorted images too. Ito. Sprained ankle, grade 1. Very active in sporting activities. Banana. You seem familiar. Shop assistant. Very prone to accidents. Lee. Rebecca. Nikolai. Hello. Hello. Radio officer. Waldorf Lang. Homeworld rot front. Medical history. Insomnia, bruising, premature. Anchromachikia. Doctor's notes removed. Siegfried. Okay, well, we can use that to solve the one puzzle. Huh. I'm noticing there would be a tendency of meat appearing when I get cards. Dream Diary. 6th night. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red deserts of Kitez when a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down till nothing remained. 13th night. I was a worker in the mines of Lang when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh. My flesh joining with the flesh of many others till only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective flesh which persists beyond death. 16th night. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Venena, but I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling when suddenly lightning struck the building and I woke up. 18th night. I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice rot front, when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me in the moon's dark core. 19th night. I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds at Buyan. I was walking through the floating imperial palace when the gaze of the sun like iris burned my body to ashes. Is there a Protag's diary? Such an item to use. Oh, the tarot cards go here. Photograph probably goes here. Look at the sun. Leaving. I've been found out. I'm sure the white-haired girl working at the photo store in Sector C is a bioresonant. Be careful. They don't pay me enough to take any more risks. I'm the next ship to Kitez tomorrow. Meet me at the docks in Sector N if you want to bail too, son. Okay, gotta solve this one now. 560524. Fantastic! Song of the Gods. Possession, distribution, and publication prohibited and punishable by the 4th Cultural Protection Act. Banned. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of. A song that we all dance to, but few can hear. This deep vibration of the cosmos cannot just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it, shaping it, deforming it around us. Though select few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, fluting the song of their fickle emotions. But every once in a while some are born that can not only hear and play this music of the worlds, but who can conduct it, gifted individuals capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe that the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of Busan and lifted us into the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. I feel the machine spirit flow through me. But no, seriously, I'm not sure this world's a good world. I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere, but she's not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Erica. Isa. Wait a minute. This would imply you were both dead in the first place. Gets a little memorial. Oh, I'm getting a little weirded out. Light bulb above has been consumed by the massive meat, releases debris that was caught in the nets above. Dial ring. Sixth night, Kites. Yes? Okay. Okay, fix that one. Fantastic! This hole was made for me. Yeah, start of the game. The lock requires a key. Curious. SO flag, it's meaningless. Black and white pictures of the paintings Ariane used to make. Old Imperial cereals. Ariane loved reading these. So considering that this game is pretty much all German, I guess that'd be pronounced like Ariane. They seem to pronounce the E on it. I looked this up because I was curious because of the setting. An old wooden wardrobe. Ariane used to keep her clothes in here. Light switch. I didn't need to turn off the light. Door won't open yet. The last seal's been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the key in yellow? No. Ariane's old radio transmitter. It's still transmitting. Computer screen is blank. King in yellow. Time for things to go on down here. Auntie's note. Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can wrap it up. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please pick up the books your uncle ordered from the Ito bookstore on your way home. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time so they don't get wet. They're hitting at something. Leave some space in your bag. We've been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated from Mandelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rockfront Sector C, and have recently submitted an application for a military service assignment, Penrose program. You've been processed by Aeon Workforce Assignment, previous work experience, store clerk, photo store, remember that, compulsory military service, long-range radio operations officer training. Should you not be accepted by the military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you will be assigned to the following workplace: Tempinski Production Mining Facility in Lang. Letter from Mother. My dearest Ariane, I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you were in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please don't overexert yourself, okay? The photo you sent me— whoops, I accidentally clicked out, because that's a right click. The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she is related to us somehow. The droid, the replica. Though I don't know anyone named Sio in our family. From the looks of it, it was shot on Veneta. Your military service will begin soon. She might be wearing a uniform like her soon enough. Please send me a photo when that happens. This is the end. Leave forever? Yes. I hope I sure didn't need the flashlight in here. Adler's note. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls and floors where they died. Remember we saw that? And soon all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned to writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease, nor some form of poison radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each time details changed. Things are twisted, added, removed. How long until all turns to nothing but noise? A red dream. Crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground. Remember the start of the game? An island beyond reach, memories from other lives, dreams of suffering and loneliness. A promise, a search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness, waiting for me. We had made a promise. As memories of a stranger rushed into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falke ends and Elster begins. Huh. Stop. You must turn back, there's nothing for you there. You've tried so many times and you failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning, Adler. Falke's memory. We were dancing that song they start the broadcast with. We fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. If only it could take us back to the time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. Paintings. Why did you return? There's nothing for you here. Except a boss fight. She'll never dance with us again. No matter what we do. She doesn't even want us anymore. Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. You're a lot prettier during the actual cutscene. Yes. Huh. But this thing's got some punch. Ow, 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 hold up. taking some hits, but it's fine. Okay. Use one of my health items. I just used it outright. I need some more spears. It won't. There we go. She has, Danaku Grezu. Out of the way, out of the way. Just take the hit, just take the hit. We have plenty of health. I need to get that spear down there. Can't see. Okay. Well, you run. How's our health doing? It's doing pretty fine. Plenty of rifle ammo still. We can use it to clear out the chaff. Yeah, I'll use it. It gets wider if you're too far away. I see what she does there. Is that... no. You need to drop some spears. Equip. It's for the time being. Maybe I can attempt to drop some spears. There we go. I played a little sloppy towards the end there, but I felt weird towards the end. It's fine. Let's go if I can actually just save my rifle ammo. Now, we are one. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Once again, you return. Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. If you go back, it will all fall apart. I can't let that happen. You'll destroy everything. Huh? Still here. Penrose Briefing Phase 2. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed when you receive this message. Congratulations, comrade. By now you should have become fully acclimated to your new life on board your ship. As you approach the Oort Cloud, your search in New Worlds will begin. We're going to rely on your replica to assist you maintaining your vessel. We wish you all great success in your mission. I remember that message from before. Okay, we can only go north. Cycle 225. When I signed for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of Rotfront, of school, of the photo store. Sick of the fake smiles and the whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I'd done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here I am finally free. I get to be by myself and do what I want. I can finally be happy. Cycle 648. Talk some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers or the Blockwood Protector. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first I didn't like having someone around, and I was glad that she's quiet and didn't approach me. But lately I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. I never thought I'd miss it. Except her. Everything is the same in here, always. Nothing ever changes. Penrose Briefing Phase 3. Congratulations, comrade. You survived 3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase of the Penrose program. With the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit approaching, it is time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. If you have not found a suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others might be successful where you failed. Oh my god. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and radiation may begin to leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it's still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of our power. I see. Cycle 1294. I had a strange dream. I was listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on, and mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived. The one with a yellow-hooded figure on the cover. When I went there to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. It's like a 1840. Everything is always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside this ship. I know every bolt and every panel and every room of it. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do in here. I can't concentrate on anything. It's like there's this fog inside my head. And whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel the wind on my face and my hair. It's like a 2503. I think I lost more hair. I'm sitting here getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get out of breath so easily lately. My back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? It feels like I'm just slowly dying. Cycle 5, blank blank 9. I'm tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that it'll be the last time I said goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us just won't wake up tomorrow? Cycle 5-4. I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. Everything is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. Well, the one note said that the 3000 cycle, to just give in. Zero. I just want to sleep. Please just let me sleep. Please just make it stop, please. There's the Ulster unit. You hear it playing, faintly, right? The music? It's really, really faint. It's time. This is all that's left. Not yet. I couldn't keep my promise. Despite my best efforts, I eventually fell ill too. It had to end this way. I really like the very subtle directorial touch of playing that music. This theme that's associated with these characters. And it's only in that room. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home? Yes. Remember our promise. I've come back for you. It's me, Elster. Elster. I'm sorry, but I don't remember. It's okay. Perhaps this is hell. Please, just let me stay by your side a little longer. Well, that's one ending, I guess. We gotta get more, I'm assuming. Look at that soundtrack. It's a nice one. I'm hoping I don't have to mute the soundtrack. That, you know, because these classical songs could get really flagged. Ending. Memory. Well, I like took note of everything. Elstar. I can't do it. You have to do it. It's time for this to end. Please. I'm sorry. So that was a different ending than the one we got previously. Some interesting notes. She remembered us this time. And we kept... We basically did what we were supposed to do. This is all that's left. Go home? Yes. That's literally the end. I mean, it says it right there. It did look like she died in kind of a fetal position. Usually that doesn't mean much because humans, naturally gravitate towards that. Well, she's not quite human. But in this game, everything kind of means something. Even the minor stuff, so who knows? Key of Eternity. Are you still looking for answers where there are only questions? Key of Love. Cycle 888. I've tried to teach Elster how to dance. It's so cute how clumsy she can be when it comes to these things. Key of Sacrifice. On the horizon I saw a star fall into the sea, and the sound of thunder like trumpets of angels flew over the water. Use the Key of Eternity. Use the Key of Love. Use the Key of Sacrifice. It's a lily. White lilies. Pick the flower? Yes. It's all the variations of ourselves. Although I don't recognize the red one on the bottom right. I think it's from the very early on in the game. Remember our promise. The dancing scene was like... I mean, you saw that scene in their flashbacks, when they were alive and normal. But this one, it was them in their final states of the game. So similarly, that would be like the last ending you would unlock. I think you could theoretically unlock it earlier. I think you need to get at least one ending, though. Like, you can't get on your first run. But does this ending mean that they're happy? Huh. Look, there's no credit music this time. Well, we've gotten all the endings. We've gotten the majority of the lore or anything. I'm not sure if I have accidentally edited out any of it, but I did get all the files. And there's a lot of information to kind of download and process here. Once these credits are over, I'll go over my post-commentary and kind of try to piece together something here in my interpretation of the story, or at least outline things out. Well, actually, no, never mind. It looks like there's going to be no post-credit scene. That's fine. I'm not interrupting anything. We'll talk over the credits. So, everyone's got their really own interpretation of the story. And it's going to be kind of hard for me to fully remember, because I played this game in, pieces. I didn't play it all at once. And I was making up, good theories as I was going. But then I was getting new data, and I was kind of muddling everything up as I was playing, especially with, the time gaps. So forgive me if I forget some things here. But it seems like the entire game is one weird, almost like a psychic reality kind of mental hive mind connection thing. It's a little convoluted, to say the least. So I forgot some of the terms, but the game lore and some of the notes and the stories we went through it went over some things about there's kind of like a psychic power. There's some people who do have like a certain psychic energy, or they're new types basically from Gundam. I think that's a better way to say it. And then you also have Commander Falke, the Commander Falcon, whatever you want to call him, who also, is the final boss. And they're a key part of this, I guess, because they link into the rest of the replicas like ants. They're the queen ant, and everyone else kind of links in like ants. Adler in particular is kind of like the king's top man. Like a king's regent or something like that. So Adler in particular is the most affected emotionally by the events, because they're almost like, it's almost like love, but it's like programmed in. And then, so not quite our protag, but our secondary main character, as you say, because they're kind of like linked throughout the entire game. You see their touches everywhere. I'm just going to refer to them as the pilot, because I think that's going to be easier for everyone. I'm just going to refer to everyone as their kind of position, so that way we can kind of organize our thoughts here. So we're going to talk about the catalyst, like I said. So the pilot goes on this trip. They are with their replica, who is our playable protag, and they seemingly are more important than they seem due to some weird connections and things like that. We'll get into that too. Over the span of this long journey, they seem to fall in love. And then as we see, this becomes kind of a one-way trip. They literally say like, if you didn't find a colonizable planet, well, good luck, you're done. That's it. Make it go easy. And she didn't, right? She decided to like stick it out. She didn't want to like die. So she dragged it out. It looks like they landed on some planet, eventually crash landed, really. And there was also some radiation poisoning aspect, because there's a big theme of radiation poisoning. Like you saw the nuclear warning, like if you come across like a nuclear plant and there's apocalypse or something, you see the radioactive material leak in the one room at the end game. You hear like the noise, cliche. So they're in a crashed ship on some planet. They're in a cryogenic pod, and they are slowly dying to this radiation. And somehow they have latent psychic powers. I'm just calling it. There was an actual term for it in the story, but I'm just going to say psychic powers. And they're able to tap into Commander Falke, and for them, it kind of jumps between everyone else on this base or bases, and it creates a living nightmare, like a literal living nightmare made manifest. They're all trapped in it because they can seemingly shape. I don't know if this is all like just imaginary. Like they can seemingly shape existence in itself, and they kind of mentioned that. There's a little interesting trivia. I think they kind of mentioned like the royalty has this power. There's some weird pseudo like East and West Germany, but also like Russian royal family, communist revolution kind of stuff going on here. Like there's a war. They don't fully elaborate on it. I actually wondered if our pilot girl was connected vaguely to the royal family because of the abilities she has, and if she's a bit of like a Anastasia. Not literally her, but like a descendant possibly. There is some weird stuff where I'm wondering if there was also maybe an alien on the planet they crashed on, or a kind of Lovecraftian figure or something. Maybe that's why everyone's turning to meat. But it's also a possibility that the meat transformations are based on radiation poisoning, on mutation and stuff. And then we get into like a loop factor where our protag, the replica, Elster, the Elster unit, has died and done this multiple times. Like all the endings I think are probably canon to an extent. Like they all happen in some level. And we see our bodies pile up in certain areas. Like Adler's been like kicking down these Elster units down the elevator like non-stop. And that's why I'm like, are these different Elster units? As in, one Elster unit gets taken out, another one gets like, goes activation, right? And it's got the same brain and basically intent. So there would be like thousands of Elster units over the galaxy or in these bases or something. And every time one gets taken out, one's like, wakes up, it's like, gotta complete the promise. Goes in and dies, like Kenny from South Park or something. or it gets to their ending, and then like it never wakes up, gotta complete the promise. Or it's a more fantastical loop, reality bending thing where they're just literally respawning. It's one of the two. And then you got some other fantastical elements with the girl that's in there who shouldn't be in the base. Like I think she shouldn't even be alive. Who's connected to the past of our pilot. They're like a neighbor or something. There's some stuff in there about like conspirators and forbidden like knowledge in books. And, you know, our pilot discovering like a photograph and being inspired to join the military and everything. Getting obsessed with this person. And it's heavily implied that the person in the photograph that they see that they're obsessed with, that they kind of develop a weird crush beyond time on one, is the original person that became the replica that we play. Yeah, so let me actually use the correct term here for the actual psychic new type ability. Bioresonance. Because it's important for me to like actually bring it up now. So bioresonance is an actual thing. Well, it's not necessarily an actual thing, but it's an actual concept in real life. It was basically it's a theory of that there's waves or frequencies, and you can even like heal people with these frequencies, or kind of do relatively impossible things. To put it simply, like you can alter people with the frequencies and waves and stuff like that, and you can even like modify things that are biological. And like I said, in the game they mentioned the royal family, they mentioned the war and everything, how bioresonance is extremely important, how it's only in the hands of a few, which is the royal family, and that there was some fear that this is a bad thing. It can lead to like a dictatorship because they say like with the bioresonance they can make a castle fly and be like anti-gravity and stuff like that, so they can really manipulate reality. Some other things to point out is that the planets are named after like mythology, and some of them mentioned named after like Lovecraftian things and terms, especially, you know, the Dream Plateau, I think one of the planets was, so it kind of fits in there. You see a reference to another entity, the King in Yellow, and I believe Ariane is I think they were a radio operator. I'm not sure if I'm mixing up characters now. It's either they were a radio operator or someone connected to them were. Which I feel like is a weird foreshadowing, because there's a lot of things about radio in this. Like you control radio, the Calibri use radio, like I said, there's all that bioresonance stuff. So, those are kind of the data I'm putting out there. Here we're looking to put some things together here and there. There's a lot of like blink and you miss it stuff. But, once again, the shorthand is person dying on an alien planet in a failed mission stuck in a cryotube is broadcasting a giant radioactive nightmare to a bunch of androids that go and start slaughtering all the humans nearby, and all of them start mutating. And reality starts shifting in these random bases nearby that are picking up the signal. But yeah, Signalis, that's the story. On the light end, I don't quite understand the Lily ending. I feel like it's supposed to be a closure ending of some kind. I understand the other endings, like I get those are pretty simple, but the Lily ending, like I said, they beat at the end, and they're in their final states of like what they are. Like, is the Lily ending acceptance? Like all the realities kind of coming together, or maybe they finally died in that one, and that's them kind of like moving on or dancing together. You're welcome to give your interpretation of the Lily ending. That's an ending I have to think about. This is the type of game like I'll be thinking about for a while. I'll be like, I wonder. I will add some final notes because it kind of came to my head a little bit as I was just talking about this. So, the Lily could have a reference to the King in Yellow. There was a lily that was given there. I think it turns into marble or something. I don't remember all my lore and literature. That's a consequence of when you consume too much data and too much literature over the years. And then you throw like anime and pop culture on top of it. Things just kind of blur together, and it's like, what do you remember that's the original and what do you remember from like an anime? But there was a lily in that. I have no idea what that would do with this ending. Because you see the King in Yellow references. Like, I think Adler made a reference of like, I wear no mask anymore or something. I think it's a direct line. You know, aside from the book being there. And that point I just made, there was never one. This was going back to my point about the whole, that Ariana was related to the royal family somehow. Because I think, if I remember correctly, they make a mention that the commander units are modeled and look similar to the royal family. And they do say that Ariane looks like the commander unit. In fact, she actually does. Like, if you see it, they actually do look fairly similar, just one has, you know, purely white. So I think I'm pretty firm on believing she's connected to the royal family, like a relative or something that's very easy to happen with distant relatives and cousins and stuff, you know. There was like some kind of major war going on like this. Because I think that's the best way to explain, like, why is she such a powerful bioresonant? Why is she able to hook into the commander, like, so easily, like, on a bat? So, if she had some blood relevance, that would kind of explain, like, he has, like, an instant backdoor. Because, once again, they point out that the bioresonance is very rare. It's not able to really artificially be made, and it's primarily in the elite in the royal family. That's in the control of a few, so the implications are, and as we see implied, is that there's a bit of a dictatorship on both ends of this faction of war. But yeah, this was my... I mean, I don't like doing game of the years, but this was one of my top games as far as horror games of last year. Once again, like I mentioned, I did not upload the playthrough last year. It took me a while to kind of get for this game and get the endings and stuff like that. And it took me a while to edit. But it's a classical horror game. You actually have to survive and shoot stuff, and there's weird monsters and everything. There's ammo, and there's difficulty settings, of course. You can make it easier or harder. There's health items, you know, it's the Resident Evil kind of formula. It is not particularly scary, although the enemies themselves are a little bit scary looking here and there, but they're not going to be like really scare you. I think this game is more of an atmosphere style horror game. It's got like the skeleton of Resident Evil, but then it's got the aiming of Silent Hill, but then you've got the cyber style things, makes you think a bit like System Shock, because you know, like the bio mutant android stuff and everything. No evil AI, of course, and it's clearly paying tribute to a lot of things. Like I said, the games I mentioned before, to a lot of anime. You see some very obvious nods to Neon Genesis, even with like the random Japanese text coming up and just saying like something like "scene supposed to be here" or some self-ironic thing like that. And then you've got some aesthetic and nods to like things like Blame in that angle of science fiction manga. So it's a very funny combination, and it's not a Japanese game. You know, it's made in Germany. So you've got a German developer emulating and paying tribute to Japanese anime that emulate and pay tribute to German stuff. It's kind of funny. It's an interesting little mix. It's not a perfect game, obviously. I think they went too hard in the inventory limitations. I think that's a common complaint. I understand why you want to limit it, so you have to think about what you do. But I think it just gets frustrating on like the small things, like a small little key you can hold in a pocket, take up one whole slot. So it makes you play somewhat overtly conservative, and there's a lot more backtracking there should be. I think a simple fix, like I said, would have been for the inventory. You can almost keep the same inventory slots, but just have certain key items not take a slot, right? They just go in like a pocket or something. So that way you're always maybe taking like maybe just one gun, which makes realistic sense. You can only hold so many weapons on yourself. And only so much ammo. Makes sense, like I said. And maybe only so much healing. But then you're able to at least get the key items, not end up in a situation where like, oh man, it's literally impossible for me to collect everything in this room. I'm gonna have to come back and forth 2 times. Even if I came in with an empty inventory. There are situations like that. So that's adds a bit of tedium. The way you unlock the endings is very artsy. It's based on how you play the game and stuff like that. But that's also very esoteric and kind of... It could be probably a lot annoying for a lot of people. I understand the artistic design behind it. Of maybe getting your ending and being settled. Or obsessing over getting the other endings, like the characters, till you find the one you want. Hence you're going through the loop. Like I said, I understand the design. I think the design's going to turn off people. They're just going to go look up on YouTube. And maybe the developer considers that, oh, they're just going to watch YouTube for their endings. That's fine. Leave it in design-wise. But overall, it's a very unique product. One of the more unique looking and kind of executed horror games I've seen in a very long time. And I think it'll have quite a bit of following and kind of a fandom around it for quite some time, too. And not in the way of like a Poppy Playtime has like a fandom, where like it becomes like a big commercial. It's like a commercial wave. More of a fandom in the sense that, like certain cult classic movies, where it's so distinct enough and stands out in your brain that people will talk about for a while. I believe it actually has a physical copy coming out for being sale for the consoles pretty soon. So maybe that'll even increase the popularity and base of it. But yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play Signalis. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.